Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are dealing with a topic that speaks about how to attain or how to obtain what we call the ultimate freedom in your life. How to obtain what we call or ultimate freedom or complete freedom in your life. And as I said in the beginning, and I'll say it again, that attaining or obtaining total freedom, you start by accepting Jesus as a personal savior. Of course, as a young man, it's very, very important that you make him the Lord and savior of your life, because he is the foundation. And that opens up the whole lot of opportunities. And that makes you to really approach life slightly differently than you would approach it when you don't have Jesus as a personal savior. Now, secondly, I want you to be aware that there are things that you need to do, therefore, from your side, after accepting Jesus as a personal savior, in order to attain what we call ultimate freedom in your life. And one of those is to be aware that what other people think of you is none of your business. What other people think of you is none of your business. There are times when we are so obsessed about what people say or what people think about us. We are so obsessed about people to an extent that we are shy and we are not free actually to speak or to stand in front of people, because we are forever conscious about what do people think about me. Now, when you start to launch into that particular area of worrying about people, that is going to limit you in life as a young man. When you start to step into a place whereby everything that comes first to your mind is what will people think or what are people thinking about me, you're going to be totally limited and you can never be free. Because freedom must start by accepting Jesus as a personal savior, and secondly, to be free from people, and then focus on Jesus as the Lord and Savior and focus on yourself. That becomes very, very important, because when we speak about being free from people, we don't say don't fellowship or socialize with people. We don't say that. We don't speak about you not associating with people. We're speaking about freedom from what people think about you. Freedom from the thoughts of the people, from perceptions of people. Freedom from the talks of people that are channeling you to limitation. You cannot allow people to limit you by just thinking about what they think about you, because people will think about you anyhow as a young man. And I want you to remember that people have got freedom to think about you, and there's nothing wrong about people thinking about you, but there's something wrong about you limiting yourself by worrying about what people think about you. And I want you to learn to be free from people in this regard, that you rise up and say, I'm going to do things that I've planned, things that I dream of, things that I've got a vision of, things that I've got a direct destiny of, and shape them up and plan them despite of what people think about you. Because immediately you're going to start to think about what are people thinking about you. You're going to be limited in anything. But remember also that people are busy in their lives, that sometimes you worry about them thinking about you while they are so busy with their own lives, working in their own lives, or working their own lives to an extent that they don't even think a bit about you. But you're worried that they're thinking about you while they are not even worried, or they are not even thinking about you. This is very important as a young man, that you start to learn that people are so busy in this life, they're engaged with working their own lives. And therefore, they may not even be thinking about you. So therefore, it is very important for you to start working on your own life, plan things despite of what people may think. And don't start worrying about what are people thinking about you while they may not even be thinking about you anyway. So this is very, very important. Release that from your mind, because it's actually a battle of mind to start thinking that people think about you. And most of the time when you think that people are thinking about you, you start to perceive them to be thinking about you. That everywhere, wherever you are, when you look at people, they are talking, sometimes they are even laughing. You think that they are laughing about you because you're forever obsessed about thinking that they are thinking about you. But remember that even though you think that people think about you, they may not be thinking about you. So therefore, please move on in your life. Start building your own empire. And don't worry about what people think about you in any case, because that may delay you. And you cannot allow delays in your life. Now, secondly, I want you to remember as a young man that time heals almost everything. So please give it time. I don't know what you're going through in your life, but I want to proclaim this, that time heals almost everything. Some of you as young men might have gone through rough times in your life. Some of you have been rejected by your own fathers. And some of you have been rejected by friends. And some of you have gone through terrible upbringing. And to an extent that you feel like life is against you. You feel like you cannot actually approach life anymore because every time you want to approach life, it looks like life is against you. But I want to emphasize the fact that it is not that life is against you. Sometimes it's the perception that you have that life is against you. And sometimes it's because of the impatience that you have that you don't give things time to heal you. Because it's a matter of time. Some of you have lost your loved ones. Yes. And as you've lost your loved one, remember that you want to feel okay immediately. Remember that you may not feel okay just after a month. Some of you, it will take years for you to heal, but time heals almost everything. And that is why, if you've lost a loved one, give it time, please, that it will heal. Some of you as young men have been rejected, as I said, by maybe loved ones, rejected maybe by relations, maybe your girlfriend, your wife. Some of you have been divorced as well. And you're going through this pain that you feel like you're isolated in it. Sometimes you're going through this pain that you feel like nobody understands you. But I want to say this, that nobody may not understand you, but time heals almost everything. So total or ultimate freedom is when you start to understand that even though I'm going through the rough mountains and times and situations and rough times in my life, but time will heal it anyway. Because time is a healer of almost everything. So please, everything that you do, give it the time, please. It may not be coming at the time or at the moment that you expecting it. It might come a bit later and you may feel like it is delayed. But I want to urge you as a young man that please remember that it needs time actually for things to work out. So please be patient in life, because most of us are not patient with our lives. We are not patient with everything that we do. And that is why, if you look at life generally, if you want to see success, you must actually be able to give time. For instance, if you are a business young man who's opening a business, it is not going to flourish overnight. You're not going to see the fruits overnight. And I want to urge you as a young man that learn to become patient with your life. Learn to become patient with the timing of things that you're putting up in your life. The very same business that you're putting up, it may not come to fruition right now. It may take some months, and some of the businesses may take some years as well. It is going to need you to be patient and know that it may take some time. And I want you not to worry and stress yourself. Please give it time. Now, time heals almost everything. And when you know that, it's peace of mind. It gives you freedom in your mind. And you may not worry about some other things because you may actually know that it will take some time. And it's not only business. Some of you are in studies, lengthy studies. Some of you have failed, maybe even the last exams in other years. Maybe the course that you're doing, you failed it twice, 3 times. But I want to tell you now that it's a matter of time. That time will heal the situation. You're going to come right, but you need to be patient with yourself and give yourself a wait. Many times, what stresses us a lot, what makes us not to have ultimate freedom in our lives, is purely because we are worried about everything that happens in our lives. And we are not ready to give it time for time to heal. But remember, that time heals almost everything. And everything that you do, please give it time. Time will heal it. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and be part of this great topic. Once more, I want to thank you and say, please, Join us as we deal with part 3 tomorrow. But before I check out, I want to remind you of our Facebook page, Micornus Phokane. Like it, and like the Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum. Remember also to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you're part of our YouTube channel. And God will bless you as you do that. And you will learn out of it every day. Allow me to check out right here and say, join us tomorrow as we deal with part 3. Your host, Micornus Phokane, once more. Thank you very much for listening to us. And allow me to say cheers for now.